The stage is set at the Bahrain International Circuit, where Formula One enthusiasts eagerly await the unveiling of the Red Bull RB20. Unlike previous seasons, Red Bull opts for a transparent approach, presenting the car without the usual cloak of edited renders or controlled displays. This is the first time the world gets an unobstructed view of the RB20 from every angle, revealing not only its basic shape but also intricate details that were previously hidden. Join us as we delve into the impressive details of the RB20, exploring the engineering choices and innovations that make this car a potential game-changer in the 2024 Formula One season. One of the standout features of the RB20 is its unique cooling inlet arrangement at the front of the side pods. As the car hit the track in Bahrain, the world witnessed a combination of a shallow letterbox-shaped inlet and a narrow vertical duct along the monocoque's edge. F1 technical experts speculate that the vertical duct serves to control the boundary layer buildup on the side of the monocoque. This innovative approach optimizes airflow and ensures that the downforce-generating airflow remains energized. The boundary layer control is crucial here. If you don't manage it effectively, it affects the chassis width and reduces airflow velocity in the side pod undercut area. Peeling back the layers, we get a glimpse under the bodywork, exposing the radiator details. This offers insight into Red Bull's aggressive packaging, tightly integrating the radiators to maximize the heat rejection capabilities of the Honda power unit. The aerodynamic body surfaces aren't merely a casing, they contribute significantly to the overall performance. Red Bull has struck a delicate balance between tight packaging and aerodynamic efficiency, showcasing their prowess in engineering. Moving to the RB20's floor, Red Bull has taken a subtle yet impactful approach, doubling the number of outer turning vanes. This adjustment, coupled with the more aggressive cod undercut, ensures optimal airflow management underneath the front corner of the floor. And now, the moment of truth. How does the RB20 perform on the track? Max Verstappen's command of the car on the first day of testing in Bahrain tells a compelling story. Clocking an impressive 142 laps, the RB20 showcases both speed and reliability. Despite initial challenges with turn-in and understeer, Verstappen quickly found his rhythm, surpassing lap times from the previous year's test. The visually distinct RB20, with its significant aerodynamic changes, proves to be not just a showpiece but a formidable contender. Max Verstappen sent shivers down the spine of his competitors with an ominous statement about Red Bull's newest weapon, the RB20. Following Red Bull and the Dutchman's Banner 2023 campaign, marked by the latter's 19 wins and third world title, Verstappen is already the clear favorite for 2024. And his assessment of the RB20 and his performance on the opening day of testing in Bahrain only fuels that fire. For sure the car is better than last year's car, but I think everyone on the grid has a better car than last year, Verstappen said. The team believes with how the car is at the moment there is more potential to find. That's now for us to unlock. Verstappen's last comment is perhaps the most chilling as it suggests that the RB20 might just be the tip of the iceberg. Red Bull has room for improvement, and with their track record of innovation and development, unlocking that potential could be devastating for the competition. Red Bull wasn't afraid to shake things up for the 2024 season. Opting for a bold new car concept, they aim to stay ahead of the ever-evolving competition. Asked if he was surprised to see his team, which had been such a dominant force last season, push the boundaries with the design of its RB20, Verstappen said. Well, at the time I wasn't even too concerned with that to be honest. I saw the drawings and thought, so, that looks nice, but honestly I was thinking more about the upcoming holidays at the time. In the end, it doesn't matter what the car looks like either. But what I do like a lot about the team is that they haven't been conservative, and that they have pushed the limits again by changing the concept. Red Bull's investigation of the zero sidepod design approach unsuccessfully exploited by Mercedes has added a surprising twist to the RB20's concept. Verstappen is clearly unfazed by the comparison, emphasizing his faith in his team's own vision of the bold sidepod conception. I fully trust what the people in our technical team are doing, he said. They are confident that this is better than everything else that they have tested in the wind tunnel over the winter. As long as it works, I don't even care what the car looks like. The reality as many people in the paddock see it is that Red Bull is ahead, potentially by a large margin, as the effort to significantly redevelop its car into a visual departure from the RB19 has paid off. The ease of Verstappen's lap time on day one has caught the eye of other teams and the mileage racked up over 2 days, even with a couple of setbacks, has been mighty. Verstappen and his colleagues barely even tried to hide how satisfied they were on day one, while on day 2 Perez said it was clear the car was a step forward. Red Bull's 2024 Formula One car has wowed one team principal and left other rivals fearing the worst ahead of the new season during testing in Bahrain. I have to say, when I saw the car, I was like, wow, they certainly were brave in changing some of the shapes that made that car that was so successful last year, said McLaren team principal Andrea Stella. They could enjoy such an advantage last year, that gave them the confidence from a timeline point of view to take some risks early on to actually see whether it works. Stella was fearful of what Red Bull could unleash in 2024 after spending most of 2023 not bringing upgrades to the RB19 and instead just focusing its development time and budget cap allowance on the RB20. That goes beyond the surface changes and will apply to improvements out of view, like the floor, where Red Bull may have moved the game on as well. And Stella's fear, he suggested, was well founded on the evidence of testing so far. First of all, car design, there's some element of significant evolution on that car that certainly required time to be developed, said Stella. And this is the time that we were referring to in terms of Red Bull not having developed last year parts that were not introduced on the 2023 car. The second element is performance itself. It looks like they are very strong. It looks like what they wanted to achieve from a design point of view also delivered what predominantly seems to be aerodynamic performance. What I would say, though, is that while there is innovation that we can see macroscopically, in these regulations a lot is in the millimeters, and a lot happens in work we don't see between the underneath of the car and the ground. So, while what we can actually see could be the most visible changes, not necessarily it's the most impactful in terms of this step forward they made. Nothing about this car, and nothing about the way this test has started for Red Bull, has suggested anything other than the team making a clear step on from last year and being the benchmark yet again. Another team boss said that picking Red Bull as the favorite was the only clear conclusion for the pecking order so far, a sentiment shared by Mercedes driver George Russell. They are in such a great momentum at the moment, Russell said. They started these new regulations on the front foot and they came here and have been solid ever since. So, they are definitely the favorites, definitely a step ahead of everybody else here in Bahrain. They've had a massive winter no doubt, but that was to be expected. The only question is how big its advantage will be, and some are starting to fear it might be even bigger than in 2023. Friday's final day may produce more clues and the picture will be fully revealed next week. But already the RB20 has left a big and quite worrying impression on a lot of people in the paddock, including Red Bull's rivals. In conclusion, Red Bull's 2024 car has set a new standard in F1, leaving rivals trembling at the frightening edge it brings to the competition. Stay tuned for the latest updates, reactions, and expert insights as we continue to unravel the mysteries of this cutting-edge machine. If you're as captivated by the world of Formula One as we are, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below for more exclusive content. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, see you on the next video.